Alright, it's a new gay, and I'm so ready to face this wild world. This incredibly small, wild world that's actually quite tame in comparison to real life. So I sent a bunch of letters, and I found out letters are basically free ways. Is a free way to exchange shit you don't want for shit you might want. So, I just started doing that because I want free shit. And you may be thinking, well, it's not free if you have to buy the paper, but usually there's just kind of some paper hanging around in the Lost and Found that anyone can grab, and you can't blame me for grabbing it. I need that paper to get free shit. A new villager named Wolfgang moved in, got a really strong first impression from that guy. I went to talk to him, and he basically told me to fuck off, and then said, oh yeah, I should stop picking so many fights with people. So I immediately started liking him. I mean, who wouldn't after that? You may have noticed I'm wearing a custom shirt that looks like absolute ass. That's because the Able Sisters were selling a wrestling mask, and I did not want to wait until the wrestling shirt went on sale. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll make my own. I'm an expert at wrestling after Wrestling Revolution 3D. Margie, the elephant villager, seems very pleasant to talk to. She hasn't said anything ass to me, and she seems the most outwardly nice of all the villagers. So that's really pleasant. I did give away my monocle and Asian shirt, which was the outfit I had in the very first video. Mostly because Portia specifically asked for new clothes, and she seemed to appreciate the Asian shirt. This table is perfect for this shit we got going in here. May need a new carpet to match the table, make it look even classier, but this is perfect for the classy vibe we got going. I apologize if my speech is slurred in any way. I'm currently having some medication side effect issues, but that's why I decided to record Animal Crossing instead of anything else, so that way you can at least tell what I'm doing. I got this Mario hat. I'm sorry, Green Mario. And I don't want anything to do with it, really. I'm not going to wear it. And it doesn't look nice to display from what I'm seeing here, so I'm probably just going to sell it. And if I ever regret that, I can buy it back from the catalog in Tom Nook's store. But I don't see myself regretting that. There are some things about this game I understand the appeal in, like building and decorating homes. I believe that was the original inspiration behind The Sims, even, was building and decorating homes. And I think that can be fun. Like, it's nice to make things look nice and show them to other people. The appeal behind that is obvious. It's been the foundation for many, many video games. That being said, there's so much else about this game I don't understand how I enjoy or how other people enjoy, like shaking down trees for fruit or fishing for hours or catching bugs for hours. Then again, maybe most people only do that for like 5 to 10 minutes at a time. Tom Nook's store was closed, so I just dropped a bunch of shit outside his store so I could sell it later. We are now upgraded to Nook and Go, which means he will stock more things, but we'll probably leave Nook and Go and upgrade to Nookway very shortly. Because we come here and sell and buy shit every day. But that mess outside his store, it won't be there for very long. We will pick it up and sell it to him as soon as we're done with this. Making roughly 10k bells a day isn't so bad. The debt in this game is so much higher than the other games, though. It's a little ridiculous. I believe the max amount of villagers you can have in this game is 8. I really want that fan. I have a fan in my room that's on almost all the time. It's always off when I'm recording for obvious reasons, but I have it on almost all the time for background noise, so I want that fan. I just feel like it would be fair to have that fan in the virtual world too, and have it on at all times. Of course, in this game you can also have actual background music playing in your home instead of just white noise. And that's fun. I'm gonna really enjoy the first time I get a song from KK Slider, because I already have one picked out for the vibe I'm going for. But I wonder if this fan can fit on the table. It appears to be too tall for that, which is a shame. But then again, maybe something that heavy really shouldn't be sitting on a glass table. It does suck a little that it sounds like my laptop is on fire at all times, but considering I'm using this laptop, which is pretty old to do all my video editing and junk, it's probably to be expected. Really need to find a better place for this fan. I want it, and I want it to oscillate over the entire room. Which should be possible if I angle it the right way. Alright, that'll do. The fan is clearly reaching almost everywhere in the house. So I think that'll do. We also have a flower on our table, which looks much less shitty than an empty table. There's Margie just kind of walking around outside our house, and that deafening bell. Interesting that you shouted at 6 o'clock in the middle of the sentence right as it changed to 6 o'clock. I would not be able to think that fast. So sometimes it turns out the villagers can just straight up ask you for stuff, like... Well, I guess she's not asking me for a damn thing, so this is my own fucking fault. But sometimes the villagers will say, hey, I've been collecting clothes lately, I really like clothes. So you can just be like, oh, I'm gonna go buy them some clothes now, which, what do you think I'm doing right now? I'm gonna go buy her some clothes. You know, I understand the desire to collect and to have nice things. I get that. This looks like let me try this in English. That looks like she'd enjoy wearing it. I'm gonna come back here eventually, though. So something I've noticed is that the dialogue for non-villager characters like Nook, Sable, Mabel, Brewster, Blathers, that their dialogue generally tends to be a lot better than the generic villager dialogue. It's not like the regular villagers aren't enjoyable to talk to, because they are. That's like half of the fun for me, but that being said, like, you talk to Sable and Mabel, you learn more things about how their business started and their philosophy and all that shit. And the villagers aren't exactly the most consistent people to ever live. The danger in explicitly going and buying clothes for people is that if they're not specific about what clothes they want, you could always accidentally buy something they don't like. Like this. I mean, I don't think you're a jerk. I appreciate the honesty. I don't believe you're actually allergic to this specific brand of shirt, though. You're a wolf. I think wolves are generally into knights, based on everything I've seen in every cartoon ever, so, you know. Alright, see you later, buddy. Good luck with whatever the hell you're doing. I'm gonna go probably give this shirt to someone else, and then buy that sweet football helmet and jersey combo in Able Sisters. So I gave the Nebula shirt to Wolfgang and gave away a few other things I found in the garbage bin, or recycling bin rather, and now it's time to talk to Dr. Shrunk, who's a special visitor. I'm not sure what Nintendo was going for with Dr. Shrunk. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, like, think he's some sort of satirical take on psychologists and psychiatrists. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to take him super seriously. But, I think generally he's a pretty insightful person. Like, I find his dialogue to be very interesting to read. I'm pretty sure it would fly over most children's heads, honestly, but I think it's pretty insightful and entertaining to read. It's probably my favorite character to interact with. I wish that the real therapists I spoke with were this entertaining to talk to. Maybe the idea behind Shrunk is that he's supposed to be funny because he talks too much and therapists are supposed to listen. But your character is fucking mute, and the things Shrunk says are really interesting to hear anyway. I mean, if we wanted to speak up, we could at any time, we just choose not to. I mean, we don't choose not to, but Nintendo decided that we didn't want to. If Dr. Shrunk's character is meant to be funny or satirical, that's kind of weird, because, like, whoever wrote his character clearly understands a sufficient amount about psychology to write a character well-versed in psychology. And I'm sure I don't need to tell you that seeing a psychiatrist to learn to express your emotions literally through emotions in the toolbar is kind of cute and creative. Because it's pretty surface level stuff, but yeah, it's cute and creative. that in this game you see a psychologist that helps you express emotions besides your deadpan glare. I run into a problem in this game sometimes where I would really prefer to talk to some characters for real, but I can't interact with them because the interaction you're given with characters is so minimal. So you just have to watch them talk instead. Like, listening to Dr. Shrunk talk is really interesting, and I enjoy it quite a lot, but it would be more fun if I could talk to him and ask him questions about his personality and beliefs and shit, you know? I mean, you may think the idea of having branching dialogue trees in something like Animal Crossing seems a little crazy, but considering how much social interaction plays a factor in Animal Crossing, I don't think that's crazy at all. I wish Animal Crossing had that level of interactivity with its villagers and other NPCs. So I sold all that garbage, sold some more garbage, and got this nice helmet and jersey combo. So I think that's about it for today. I think that's about enough Animal Crossing for right now. It's a real shame Margie didn't like the shirt I got for her, but giving it to Wolfgang pretty much guarantees I'll get a present back in return. And this football outfit is nice. Really says I'm number one. I can't tell you why it says that, but I get that feeling about it. I get the feeling that it says I'm number one. Just getting that vibe. I was going to comment how I appreciate the glass table is see-through, but it should be see-through, so I really shouldn't compliment the game for a basic function like that. That'd be like complimenting the game for making the oscillating fan oscillate.